Our first question is, what is C language? C is a high-level programming language developed in the early 1970s by Ken Thompson and Dennis Rich. Was named C because many of its features were derived from an earlier language called B. C language is widely used in embedded systems. It is used for developing system applications. It is widely used for developing desktop applications. Our question number 2 is, what is header file? A header file contains C function declarations and macro definitions to be shared between several source files. Header files contain the set of predefined standard library functions. There are 19 header files in standard C library. All files have the .h file extension. Our question number 3 is, what is data type? A data type specifies the type of data that a variable can store, such as integer, float, character, double, etc. Int. It is used for declaring integers, for example 3, 6, 98, etc. Char. It is used for declaring characters, example D, A, any word. But remember that always your character or string must be enclosed within single quotes. Float. It is used for declaring real values, decimal values, for example 11.1. Our fourth question is, what is variable? A variable is the name of the memory location. It is used to store data. Its value can be changed and it can be reused many times. Variable name should not contain commas, blanks, special symbols except the underscore. Variable name's first character must be an alphabet or underscore. Variables are case sensitive. Always create meaningful variables to enhance the readability of program. Our fifth question is, what are keywords? Keywords are the reserved words or special words whose meaning is already known to the compiler. There are 32 keywords available in C. Keywords cannot be used as variable name. These are your 32 keywords in C. Our question number 6 is, what is loop? A loop is used for executing a block of statements repeatedly until a particular condition is satisfied. It tells the computer to execute a given set of instructions repeatedly. There are 3 types of loops: for loop, while loop, and do while loop. Our question number 7 is, what is array? An array is defined as the collection of similar type of data items stored at contiguous memory locations. An array is a variable that can store multiple values. There are 2 types of arrays: single dimensional array or one-dimensional array, and second is multi-dimensional array. A one-dimensional array is like a list and a two-dimensional array is like a table. Our question number 8 is, what is string? A string is a one-dimensional character array terminated by a null. This is my null character. Null characters used to denote string termination characters are stored in contiguous memory locations. A string is stored just like an array in the memory. C language provides a set of standard library functions for string manipulation. Example, strlen, strcpy, strcat, and strcmp. strlen is used to find the length of string. strcpy is used to copy a string. strcat is used to concatenate two strings, and strcmp is used to compare the strings. Our question number 9 is, what is function? Function is a way to break our code into chunks so that it is possible for a programmer to reuse them. A function is a block of code which performs a particular task. A function can be reused by a programmer in a given program any number of times. Execution of C program starts from main function. C program can have more than one function. Every function gets called directly or indirectly from the main function. There are 2 types of function, library function and user-defined function. Our question number 10 is, what is recursion? The function defined in C can call itself. This is recursion. A function calling itself is also called recursive function. Recursion is sometimes the most direct way to code an algorithm. The condition which does not call the function any further in a recursive function is known as base function. Due to mistake made by the programmer, a recursive function can keep running without returning, resulting in a memory error. Our question number 11 is, differentiate between call by value and call by reference. Call by value, a copy of the variable is passed. In call by reference, a variable itself is passed. In call by value, actual and formal arguments will be created in different memory locations, and in call by reference, actual and formal arguments will be created in the same memory location. In call by value, variables are passed using a straightforward method. In call by reference, pointers are required to store the address of variables. Our question number 12 is differentiate between structure and union. Structure contains an ordered group of data objects. Union, an object similar to a structure except that all of its members start at the same location in memory. Each data object in a structure is a member of field. A union variable can represent the value of only one of its members at a time. Our question number 13 is differentiate between C and C++. In C, C was developed by Dennis Rich between the year 1969 and 1973 at AT&T Bell Labs. C++ was developed by Bajan Strawnstrup in 1979. C contains 32 keywords, whereas C++ contains 63 keywords. C is procedural programming language and C++ is procedural and object-oriented programming language. C is a subset of C++ and C++ is a superset of C. Header file used by C is stdio.h. Header file used by C++ is iostream.h. Our question number 14 is, what is pointer? A pointer is a variable which stores the address of another variable. The address of operator ampersand is used to obtain the address of a given variable. The value at address of operator, that is your asterisk, is used to obtain the value present at a given memory address. Format specifier for printing pointer address is %u. Our question number 15 is, what is operator? An operator is a symbol which operates on a variable or value. Operators are special type of functions that takes one or more arguments and produces a new value. Our arithmetic operators are these. Relational operators are these. Logical operators are these. Bitwise operator, assignment operator, conditional operator, and special operator. Our question number 16 is, what is file? A file is nothing but space in a memory where data is stored. They are the files that are generated by the compiler as the source code file is processed. These files generally contain the binary code of the function definitions. The object file is used by the linker for producing an executable file for combining the objects file together. Our question number 17 is, can we compile a program without main function? Yes, you can compile individual files without main, but you cannot link them and of course cannot run them since they are not complete programs. Our question number 18 is, what is identifier? Identifiers or symbols are the names you supply for variables, types, functions, and labels in your program. Identifier names must differ in spelling and case from any keywords. You cannot use keywords as identifiers. They are reserved for special use. Identifier names should contain only letter, numbers, and underscore. Our question number 19 is, differentiate between normal variable and static variable. A static variable is a single memory location associated with the class. A normal variable, that is a member of class, represents a different memory location for each instance of the class. In static variable, scope is same as local variable, means it will be accessed within which function it is declared, if not defined globally. But lifetime is through the program. In normal variable, scope and lifetime of local variable is within the function loop in which it is declared. Our question number 20 is, can we change the value of constant variable? No. The constant variable values cannot be changed after its initialization. Our question number 21 is, what is infinite loop? An infinite loop occurs when a condition always evaluates to true. Usually, this is an error. An infinite loop is useful for those applications that accept the user input and generate the output continuously until the user exits from the application manually. An infinite loop is a looping construct that does not terminate the loop and executes the loop forever. It is also called as indefinite loop or an endless loop. Our question number 22 is differentiate between break and continue. The break statement is used to exit from the loop construct. The continue statement is not used to exit from the loop construct. In our break, it is usually used with the switch statement and can also use it within the while loop, do while loop or for loop. But our continue is not used with the switch statement, but it can be used within the while loop, do while loop or for loop. When a break statement is encountered, then the control is exited from the loop construct immediately. When the continue statement is encountered, then the control automatically passed from the beginning of the loop statement. Our syntax for break is break semicolon, and the syntax for continue is continue semicolon. Our question number 23 is differentiate between actual parameter and formal parameter. In actual parameter, when a function is called, the values, expressions that are passed in the function call are called the arguments or actual parameters. In formal parameter, the parameter used in function definition statement, which contain data type of its time of declaration, is called formal parameter. In actual parameter, these are the variables or expressions referenced in the parameter list of a subprogram call. In formal parameter, these are the variables or expressions referenced in the parameter list of a subprogram specification. Actual parameters are the parameters which are in calling subprogram. And formal parameters are the parameters which are in called subprogram. In actual parameter, there is no need to specify data type in actual parameter. And in formal parameter, the data type of the receiving value must be defined. Our question number 24 is, what is a compiler? There are two definitions for you. First, I will read the formal one and then I'll read the informal one, which will be more relatable and understandable for you. So in the formal definition, a computer program which converts a C programming language into machine language so that it can be easily understood by the computer. And the informal definition is the compiler performs some basic checks and finally converts the program into an executable manner. Our question number 25 is, what are escape sequence characters in C? So in string and character sequences, when you want the backslash to represent itself, rather than the beginning of an escape sequence, you must use a double backslash escape sequence. So this backslash n is for new line, backslash r is carriage return, backslash t for horizontal tab and backslash v for vertical tab. Thank you guys for watching till the end, and if you really like, then please do not forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. And thank you again.